Here are the 5 easy things you can do to effectively market your personal injury practice without spending any money. So the first thing you can do is market to MDs, okay? Primary care doctors, general practitioners, even urgent cares. Walk into an urgent care. Do not talk to the business manager, the doctor. It's so unnecessary. Just have your liaison or you talk to the person that answers the phone, because this is generally what happens in an urgent care center every day. ABC Urgent Care, how can I help you? Oh, I see, I understand. I'm sorry, we don't take those types of, we don't handle that here. We don't handle medical legal cases here. Sorry, goodbye, click. You can drop off one of your referral pads at every urgent care that's not owned by a hospital system and feed the person that answers the phone, and they'll say, oh, we don't do that here. Let me give you somebody that specializes in these types of injuries, and they'll use you. So leave your brochures, but leave, if you have a prescription pad with name of the patient, address, has your logo on it, what are their concerns, what are their injuries, and you can make an appointment. They can just hand that to them and they can call your office and make an appointment. So marketing to MDs, walk into MDs, general practitioners, primary care doctors, they don't want anything to do with med legal cases. But if you go in there going, hey, we're the chiropractor up the street, we do PI, I know you don't handle any of that, send us all your PI cases. They hear that all the time and they don't like it. You got to go in there and give them something of value. Like, hey, I need a lifeguard for my practice, doc. Sometimes I see things on a X-ray or during my physical exam, and I just may need another set of eyeballs, or I need a lifeguard for my practice. Do you think I can send you some of my patients if I need a second opinion? Or some of my patients ask if I know a doctor to handle their complications from diabetes or their high fevers or their organic disease processes that they have. We don't treat that in my office. Can we send those patients to you? See, when you talk to doctors like that, giving them something of value first, they'll respond rather than you walking in there looking to take and asking for stuff. So that's the second free thing that you can do. The first one, let's just review, is, that is it. That's marketing to MDs. Okay, we talked about urgent cares and other MDs. The second thing you can do, especially during Christmas time, is find events. Every attorney firm has a Christmas party. MRI companies throw Christmas parties. These medical doctors that are in PI, whether they're spine surgeons, regular surgeons, interventional pain docs, if they're in the PI space, they sponsor parties. If you've been to events in the past and you remember who the sponsors are, reach out to them. Ask them if they're having a holiday party. You didn't get the email. Ask to be on their email list. Finding events right now is crucial. But don't just go to an event and go, oh, I'm here, magic is going to happen. You got to have a plan and a goal. Don't be a wallflower. Show up at these events and tell yourself, I'm going to meet 10 new attorneys at this event. There's probably 50 of them there. Let's say, I'm just going to meet 10 of them. Not only am I going to meet them, I'm going to say, hey, after the new year, would you be open to having a lunch with me, or maybe doing a Zoom call where I can learn about your law firm and see how we can work together? And start setting up some meetings for yourself in January and get some momentum at the beginning of the year after New Year's by having some meetings with attorneys that you can meet right now during these Christmas parties. So you can reach out to your Trial Lawyers Association in your city, your state Trial Lawyers Association, your chiropractic association. Sometimes they have parties too. But find out who is throwing these parties in personal injury and start showing up. Like, there's 3 or 4 of them every week right now in Atlanta. And they're full of chiropractors, doctors, and attorneys. And you can build a lot of momentum by showing up at those Christmas parties right now in December. So finding events is the second free thing that you can do. The third thing is use social media. As I said before, you can reach out directly through your social media to attorneys and get in conversations and tell them that you're in the PI game and you're looking for some new attorneys, and ask them if they have a doctor that they recommend in your area of town. Because these attorneys, let me tell you how they think. They have a 5-mile rule for their clients. They don't want their client driving more than 5 miles to the chiropractor 3 or 4 times a week. Those people are going to miss appointments, gaps in care. It's going to kill the case, or you have to explain it in your notes. These attorneys are waiting for you to reach out to them because maybe they don't have a trusted doctor in your area of town, and you could be the only game in town. They're waiting for you to reach out. So in my program, we show you a specific way to reach out to attorneys, get in those conversations. I share the framework or the guardrails of that conversation, and then the call to action when you ask them if they want to have a Zoom call or a meeting or a lunch. So using social media to reach out directly to attorneys is something that you can do for free right now in December and start getting on Zoom calls and meetings with them. All right, here's the fourth one, and I love this one. Let's say in your city, there's 5 MRI companies that will work on a lien. They're in the personal injury game. You can call all 5 of these MRI companies and ask them to send the rep out to your office. I'm looking to change who I send my MRIs to. We do a lot of PI in my office. Can you send a rep out here? I'd like to talk with one of your reps. And when those reps get there, meet them, talk to them, and then you're going to ask them this question. Miss or Mr. MRI rep, I would like for you, I'm considering using your company for my patients that need an MRI after their car accident. But before I do that, I'd like to ask you something. Can you share 5 names of the coolest attorneys you know that are easy to work with, that love chiropractors, or love this particular specialty of doctor? 5 of the coolest attorneys that you can introduce me to. So if you do that with 5 MRI reps, that's 25 new attorneys you can be introduced to, and you can schedule your meetings in January and start getting all that momentum for 2024 in January by going to those events here in December and contacting those MRI facilities and talking to those reps and tell those reps, hey man, I need 5 names. I need 5 text message or email introductions right now before I even consider using you. So that's the other strategy I wanted to share with you. And then finally, here's the 5th one. New perspectives from other people. Perhaps you know a marketing rep for your local spine surgeon and PI, or your local rep for a neurology practice, or a marketing rep for another doctor specialty in your town. Ask them for coffee. Ask them if they meet you for breakfast and get their perspectives. Hey, what are you doing in the field that's really benefiting you in your practice, that's generating a lot of referrals? Get those new perspectives, new ideas, new ways of thinking. So reach out to some marketers that you know from other practices and just get in a conversation with them and get their perspectives. What are the things that you love about your work? What are some things that you don't like about your work? What are some things that you're doing that are generating successful referrals? And what are some things that you're doing that have been a total waste of time? I know very few doctors that use collision centers and auto body repair shops. Very few of them know how to do that successfully. I've never seen it work. But maybe that person, that marketer, has a new perspective in a process that has social proof that does work, and you can ask them about that. So new perspectives is the 5th one. So those are the 5 things that you can do. In review, market to MDs. Tell them you need a lifeguard for your practice. You see things on x-ray or a physical exam, and you just need another set of eyeballs on it because, you want to do what's best for the patients. You're giving the doctor value first before you ask for anything back. Secondly, find events. Find events going on in your city right now. All these Christmas parties are happening. So reach out to these MRI companies. They put on a lot of events. And show up and make a goal that you're going to meet 10 new attorneys and schedule meetings for yourself in January. Third, use social media. Reach out directly to these attorneys, get in conversations, ask for meetings, ask for Zoom meetings. They all know how to Zoom. They're routinely doing Zoom depositions, Zoom bench trials, Zoom court hearings. What's up, Norm? Thanks for the like. So they'll help you there too. The third thing I said, maybe I covered this, sorry. Use social media. Number 4, contact every MRI center that works on a lien in your city. Ask them to send out a rep. Ask each rep for 5 recommendations of attorneys that you can reach out to that you really like, that are the coolest attorneys in town to work with. That's 25 new opportunities for you. And then the 5th thing that you can do that costs absolutely nothing is get perspectives from other marketers in your town. marketers that you know are successful, that you've seen around. Ask them for coffee, ask them to come for breakfast, and you can glean a lot of information off of those people. So those are the 5 free things you can do in December. So rather than sitting on your hands waiting for January to happen, take massive action on your PI goals. Those are the 5 easy things that you can do right now to grow your PI practice. So like and subscribe to my YouTube videos. I have a YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/Dr. Mark Slater. 200 personal injury videos on there, all to help you market your PI practice. Like and subscribe.